Last na lang po on my end. As legal counsel din po ni Senator Bato Attorney doon sa issue, doon sa motion na maaprubahan or maamyendahan yung Senate rules doon sa online or virtual attendance. Bakit sa tingin niyo po dapat itong maaprubahan sa Senado since sinasabi po ng minority, iba naman po yung case kasi ni Congresswoman De Lima that time kasi siya ay nagpasakop sa batas, sumuko sa batas, while sinasabi po nila na si Sen Bato ay nagtatago raw po, kaya hindi dapat to ma-approve, tas mabigyan siya ng privilege to attend online.
We're going ahead of the story, ma'am. Walang proper and improper within the Senate because the Senate is the sole judge of what rules it will promulgate subject to the approval of the minority. Walang tama, walang mali dyan while it is being deliberated. We have to distinguish, ayun ang sinasabi ko nga kapag ginagawa ng Senado palama, hindi mo pwedeng pigilan yan on the ground that the result might be unconstitutional. Hindi mo alam Ngayon, majority, inaprubahan yan. Sinasabi ng minority, hindi tama. That is the time that you go to court. Once the rules have been approved by the majority, that's when you question grave abuse of discretion. But while the discretion, which is plenary, ibig sabihin plenary, ay walang limits, plenipotentiary in nature, ang exercise ng function ng Senado of rulemaking or lawmaking, hindi pwedeng pigilan yan. You can only question the end result. Pag may batas na, punta ka sa court, uy, unconstitutional. Pag may rule na, punta ka sa Supreme Court, kung minority ka, nothing is stopping them. Uy, grave abuse. Pero once ginagawa pa lamang, hindi mo pwedeng pigilan yan. Otherwise, you might as well say that ang Supreme Court or courts ang judge whether or not the Senate can exercise its function. Let the Senate exercise its function. Anong function? May proposal ng amendment. Pagbobotohan, na-approve yung amendment. Tingin mo, grave abuse, that's when you go to court. Yung proseso, di mo pwedeng pigilan yan. Yan ang natitirang yung territory that is called non-justiciable or political. Although expanded na sa Section 1, Article 3 ng Constitution ng judicial power, meron pa ring mga areas na hindi pwedeng panghimasukan ng judiciary. That is one of them. The other is the question of executive clemency. Hindi pwedeng panghimasukan yan ng judiciary. May natitira pa rin pong political question. And let no law dean or law professor tell you otherwise. Kasi if something is wrong, 5,000 devils saying it is right does not make it right.
Okay, if I may explain yung rules alam nyo ho, 2 weeks ago, ang Kongreso nag-approve ng ruling. Ang sabi ng Kongreso, we are allowed to do virtual session, virtual committee hearings. Meaning, voice and vote, pinayagan ng Kongreso 2 weeks ago. Yung nangyari na dati daw sinasabi lang, iba yung kay Senator De Lima, iba yung kay Senator Trillanes, totoo po yun. Kasi ang ginawa nila, resolution. A particular resolution to allow a particular senator. Ito hong ginagawa nila Senator Marcoleta, yung kanyang motion, is an amendment of the rules of the Senate. Section 136. Ang sinasabi doon ay ipapayagan natin ang mga senador, because of their circumstance lahat, ay payagang bumoto at dumebate sa Senado. So yun no ang diferensya doon sa issue nila. Ngayon ang naging debate nung nakaraan sa Senado, kasi nagmotion si Senator Marcoleta, idinaan sa committee, sa Rules Committee. Ang sabi nila, hindi pa constituted yan Bakit natin iti-take up ngayon? Dapat may committee report. But actually, yung sinasabi, the plenary o yung pangkabuuan is the highest body of the Senate. Siguro, nakita nila, sige, wag na natin ipilit ngayon, next week na natin ipasok yung motion. But that is a motion to amend the rules of the Senate. Actually, the existing Senate rules now, during COVID, inaalaw talaga nila yung virtual Zoom for committee hearings. Yes, because of COVID. But now, it is an amendment of the rules. Ngayon, papasok ako dun sa posisyon ng majority as of now. Ikukulong mo yung mga kasama ko on the basis of a Yusek Bernardo affidavit? Tatanggalan mo sila ng boses? Tatanggalan mo sila ng boto? Na kinakatawan nila ang maraming Pilipinong bumoto? Why will I deny you that? Kasi ang gusto nila, pag walang virtual voting, presence in the Senate. Yan ang nangyari kay Senator Bato. Dahil requirement nila, kailangan may physical presence ka. And nung noong araw niloloko si Senator Bato, sabi hindi, ano ka lang, nagtatakot ka, nagtatago ka. In fact, kitang-kita natin yung nangyari. Hinabol siya, aarestuin siya. So yun yung gusto nilang gawin. Bawasan ang majority. Mawala ng physical presence para muli matanggal nila ang Blue Ribbon Committee at sila ulit ang mamuno. Babalik ako. Yang amendment niyan, yang gulo niyan, Blue Ribbon Committee hearing. Ang apila ko sa minority, pagbigyan lang nila. 2-3 hearings ang Blue Ribbon. Lumabas ang katotohanan. Pagkatapos, kunin nila ulit ang Senate majority. Palabasin lang nila ang totoo at malaman ng taong bayan.
And on general principles, we have to remember that senators are elected at large. Pag diniprive mo ng participation at boto yan, you disenfranchise effectively the millions, tens of millions of people who voted for them. Yan ang general principle. Ang sovereignty resides in the people. Dapat lagi, yan ang fundament, yun ang unang-unang linya ng ating konstitusyon. Ang nagbigay ng karapatan dyan ay taong bayan. You do not lightly silence their voices ng ganun-ganun na lamang. Presumed innocent yan kahit ikulong mo yan eh. O the presumption of innocence will always apply until final conviction. Bakit i-deprive mo? Ang bottom line, mahirap si Senator Jinggoy, si Senator Bato, si Senator Marcoleta, si Senator Cheese, o si Senator Joel, biro mo, tatanggalin na ng buto. Hindi pwede. Oo. Hindi maganda. Boto! Boto. Oo.
May question lang.